hope you do not have any loose cred sticks. I fully expect you would find them missing when we leave here.
Need something? I don't need to hear about your latest project. I just felt this better be worth it. Oh, bye, I guess.
Need something?
Edna? No prices. Tactical gear is my... See ya.
All right, make it quick. All right, let's get this over with. Whatever.
Weapons for all occasions. Well, well. Neva's new hutch? Everyone always does. Take a look around, genius. And don't tell me you've never laid eyes on a gun before. But just in case I need to spell it out for you, the merch I carry is known as weapons and ammunition. Get it? Hey, if you want to pour credits into my pocket, I carry most of the standard hardware. You know, occasionally, I stock a few. Just don't screw me over or I'll be inclined. And you want me to just take your word? A little advice, Sadiqi? You bleed for the fleet bleeds for you. Pure and simple. Anyone who says otherwise is either lying or getting ready to stab you in the back. Well, that was it. Most people just glaze over and learn the hard way. Plenty of merchandise to choose. Need more weapons or ammo? Come see me.
Ready to make those credits?
Hey, I want to talk to you. Thanks to you, Delgado's cutting me from the fleet. Well, you know what? You better get your own fleet, because I'm coming after you. Oh, I see. You think you're some... Gonna show poor Mathis a little mercy now that you're Delgado's best buddy, yeah? Well, guess what? Your generosity is getting me kicked off the key. And that means you better watch your back. I stayed to give you a message that you better start looking over your shoulder. You'll never know when I'll be right behind you, ready to pull the trigger.
If you mean to ambush us, telling us ahead of time makes it much more difficult. Did you not think this through?
Now get the hell out of me way!
Hey, be careful not to point that thing at me.
He's gonna get wished!
Hey, Cap. You hiring? Got some baddies on my tail, and I need a place to lay low.
Well, it's just... we were thinking.
Hard to believe what passes for polite conversation these days.
Our crits.
Sharks are too scared to take the key. Because they won't
Hey, I want to talk to you. Thanks to you, Delgado's cutting me from the fleet. Well, you know what? You better get your own fleet, because I'm coming after you. I stayed to give you a... Now get the hell out of me!
Pirates and... What could go wrong in a place like this?
Rook,
I need to get off my ass.
There you are. All right, look. I've been lining up a score with that asshole roll call from the Siren of the Stars for months. I'm not about to let a payday slip through my fingers. So guess what? You're gonna finish the job for me. My score involves a one-time event being held aboard the Siren of the Stars. If anyone finds out the Crimson Fleet's aboard that starliner, the event will be canceled and I can kiss my payday goodbye. There's no way I'm gonna miss this window of opportunity. I'm about to tell you, so shut up and listen. Rokov's been tipping me off about some kind of bullshit charity event that the Siren of the Stars is hosting. At the event, they're gonna give away something called the Earth Savior Award, which is worth tens of thousands of credits. So it's simple. While you're on the Siren, swiping those Galbait credentials, I want you to grab that award and bring it to me. No. Dombrowski's only aboard to use the Galbank VIP suite, so he can catch a free ride at the company's expense. I'm sure he'll be there partying with the other spoiled brats. I guarantee he doesn't give a crap about what's going on at the event. From the pictures I've seen, the award is set with 12 blue diamonds and covered in gold filigree. If I get Jazz to take it apart, I can turn it into a hell of a lot of cash. And best of all, the components become untraceable. Yeah, very funny. You're hilarious. You should stand up on the bar here and start telling more jokes. This crowd would eat it up. Look, you can make all the jokes and excuses you want. But if you don't come back with the ES award, I'm gonna deduct it from your pay. Either way, I get my money. How much you walk away with is in your own hands. Got it?
I suppose it is up to you to decide whether it is worth it.
All Rokov does is feed me information. If I ask him to lift a finger, he gives me enough sob stories to fill a freighter's cargo bay. If you want my advice, leave him completely out of the loop. Otherwise, it's gonna cost both of us some credits. Yeah, ES, Earth, Savior. Get it? Come on. Keep up with me here. I got about 17 other things to do and you're holding me up. Then it's settled. Good. All right, Rook, we're done here. Now, get your ass to the Siren and bring me my goods. Because that's exactly what you are. A rookie, a newbie, fresh meat. Beneath all of that inexperience, I'm sure you have an actual name. But honestly, no one gives a damn. So get used to hearing that word. Until you earn your stripes, you're a rook to everyone in the fleet. Stay sharp, Rook.
I'm dying for a big score. Big enough to explode that bomb in Shinya's chest. Captains get better uniforms, better perks. I bet they even get better drugs. Maybe I just need a drink more. Well, more. Then I'll be a real pirate. Arrgh.
I don't trust shit. I got secret compartments on my ship just in case.
I've got bounties in every system. Idiots will never catch me.
Nothing like the smell of a dead shark after you cook them with an energy blast.
If I had a million
Are you looking to start something? Because I'll finish it.
I'm hearing some stuff about the Mantis being back. If I ever find that bastard...
The Nova's always open for business. So is the fleet.
I always thought heat leeches were just pests. Never considered trying to raise one as a pet. Imagine having your own terror morph.
Need a drink? Borg at the last Nova will be more than happy to take your credits. Is Mina seeing anyone right now?
It is almost impressive that the Crimson Fleet has managed to maintain this place.
I like my weapons like I like my coffee. Scalding. In the fleet, you have a motto?
Forgive me if I keep a knife at the ready while we are here.
A slow ship will get you caught.
So, looks like we got ourselves a new rook. Once again, I'm Jazz, resident engineer here. Like Neva said, you need ship parts, repairs? I'll hook you up. Well, it did when I first got here. Today, the key's about as safe as any other UC station. I can guarantee your ship will be in good hands, so we got the best selection in the settled systems. No. You buy from me, I can't have my customers getting caught now, can I? That's bad for business. Anything that keeps the UC and Freestar Rangers off your tail is a must-have in my book. Just let me know when you want to talk business. Truth is, the fleet rescued me. Of course, I wouldn't have needed rescuing if they hadn't blown up the ship I was working on. Delgado plucked me out of space and brought me to the key. I took one look at the place and was compelled to work. Soon after, he offered me a permanent spot with the fleet. Neva's mine, so don't be getting any ideas. She may be a little rough around the edges, but she's just looking out for her own. There's no one better to have your back. No, but just remember, I don't work for free. Shop's always open as long as your money's good. Here to upgrade that ship. If you've got the credit. All right.
UC'll never crush the fleet.
Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
Hey, it's always a good day when you come around. here to shoot the breeze?
Yeah, what's up?
cleared for docking. Welcome home to the Vigilance.
Any adventure you can fly away from. Is that how the saying goes?
I saw one of the ensigns get an Alpha Centauri from Officer Petrosian the other day.
You're back. So how did it go? Even with our best intelligence equipment, we can pick up local communications chatter and use long-range scans to see where you travel. But when you're on the ground, you're on your own. If we get too close, we not only expose ourselves to an attack, but we might blow your cover, and that could get everyone killed. Then things are moving forward. Perfect.
Nice job, Rook.
I was certain we'd fool Delgado, but never. She's a sharp one. Overcoming her scrutiny is no small matter. Did you discover anything worth reporting yet? If the intelligence I've read is accurate, Delgado is a charismatic leader, but a bit short on judgment. That's why you want to stay on his good side, and stay away from Neva. She's shrewd, and she's sniffed out everything we've thrown her way. I understand your concern, but you can rest assured that every member of this crew has been thoroughly vetted by both myself and Lieutenant Toft. Any information that you turn over will not be leaving this ship until it's fully encrypted and encoded. I give you my word. Legacy. Why does that sound familiar? Wait a moment. Are you telling me Delgado may have actually located Crix's legacy?
I have never heard of such a thing.
I'm surprised. I thought this was one of those tales that made it to every corner of the settled systems.
I suppose it's possible, sir. Intelligence picked up a bit of chatter on that subject recently. We assumed it was some sort of tall tale or a story to attract recruits to their cause. Well, let's find out if Delgado's chasing ghosts, or he's smarter than we suspect. Let me see what we have here. Nope. There are no records of a Gal Bank transport named the Legacy in the database. I think Delgado's trying to manipulate you. What do you think, sir?
I think there's no record because Gal Bank is hiding something. Delgado's no fool. If he risked his own neck to get that information, then he must be on to something. We have to take this seriously. What's your next move? That one's simple. We monitored your ships heading down to the surface of Suvorov. In fact, when he returned to the key and you didn't immediately follow, well, we almost thought our operation was terminated. Can you imagine the amount of embarrassment Galbank would have to endure if they listed a lost transport in the ship registry? Doesn't matter if that ship went down 5 or 500 years ago. If news gets out that a bank has misplaced money, it would tank their value. Clever, Delgado. Very clever. If I were in your place, I'd be trying to do the exact same thing. We can't let Delgado get his hands on what could potentially turn out to be the largest haul of credits the Crimson Fleet's ever seen.
Maybe I should head out to New Atlantis, sir. I could press the Galbank execs for information. Get ahead of everything.
No. Let's allow this to run its course. We have our agent here feeding us information. I think that's good enough for now. There's more to this than just finding the location of the transport. Jasper Cricks was clever. For some reason, he never got there. Because the Crimson Fleet would be a totally different adversary, and Cricks wouldn't have disappeared years ago. Even if they hid the money with that damn human computer Shinny of us, our forensic accounting people would have found that data. No, the Crimson Fleet are in dire shape right now. They haven't seen that much currency, well, ever. It's imperative that you do. If the Crimson Fleet gets its hands on a transport full of currency, it would be disastrous for the settled systems. I need you to do whatever you can to bring us more information. And for God's sake, don't kill anyone on that Starliner. You're both dismissed.
Looks the fleet has you chasing ghosts on Suvorov. Something spookier than a
Lieutenant Toft is as organized as they come. You can be sure she'll keep our T's crossed.
If you are free soon, could we talk?
have been thinking about what we talked about before. The idea of purpose in one's life. We spoke of the difference between having a purpose and having goals. I believed myself right in the moment and dismissed what you were saying. But thinking more, perhaps I have been arrogant to assume I am right. I have been single-minded in my pursuits. I have always believed the decisions I made were necessary, that there was no other option. I have sacrificed much to be where I am now. And I'm starting to wonder if it has been worth it. Thank you. I have always believed, no, hoped that is true. I have told you that I am not one to discuss my past. And yet, no, that is not what I am trying to say. I promised to provide for my family. That meant working with smugglers to procure supplies we could not acquire any other way. I have spent my adult life away from my home, jumping from one planet to the next, living in dangerous conditions, often surrounded by violence. This is true, but I was convinced from the beginning that it was unwise to let anyone get too close. I had, maybe not quite friends, but people I cared about. Yet there was always a distance I could not reach across. I often find other people complicated and confusing. It seemed easier to not become attached, especially when circumstances meant I might never see them again, with no warning. Until now, I have disagreed strongly with that idea, but therein lies my concern. What I am trying to say is that I now wonder whether it has been the right decision to distance myself from others. I appreciate that more than you know.
About time you showed up. All right, I want to know what's going on. I've been trying to get Delgado's attention for, I don't know, 3 years now. And what do I get? Nothing but radio silence. Then out of nowhere, just when Neva and I are closing in on a huge score of our own, Delgado orders me to help you out. Oh, sure, sure. First a tour, followed by a formal dinner at the captain's table. Let's get one thing straight. You're here for business, not for a vacation, so let's start by talking about Delgado's sudden olive branch. Because the only way to achieve a win is by agreeing to play the game in the first place. Worst case scenario, I don't make the fleet, but I end up a couple thousand credits richer. That's almost a win-win, don't you think? Yeah, I figured you'd say something like that. Just another one of Delgado's loyal little soldiers, huh? Fine, have it your way. So Neva's message said you were here for Dombrowski. Was that all she sent you here to do? Or was there something else you were sent here to steal? Okay. So why are you targeting a Gaul Bank exec anyway? Not exactly your average Crimson Fleet prey. Why the interest? Merchant vessels, transport, supply convoys, mining settlements, you get the picture. But taking on a megacorp, that's a really big deal. Something the Crimson Fleet stayed away from in the past. Sounds to me like Delgado's either getting desperate, or this is leading to an even bigger score down the road. Playing it safe for now, okay? But let's make one thing clear. If I'm gonna stick my neck out by helping you get near Dombrowski, I want something in return.
It would seem we have little choice in the matter. We should hear him out.
Well, it appears we have a mind reader here. You're absolutely right. I don't want money. I want back into the Crimson Fleet. It's as simple as that. You'd better, or you're gonna have to find another Gal Bank executive. As long as Dombrowski's on the ship, he's all mine. Of course I do. But who wants to settle for a one-time payout? I prefer to play the long game. You see, getting my ass back into the fleet means I regain access to Shinya Voss. And that's as good as an endless stream of credits. That's a disturbing way to put it. But I suppose that's the best offer I'm gonna get, so I'll take it. Dombrowski's a full-timer aboard the Siren of the Stars. Probably spends more time cruising the space lanes than actually working. Fortunately, the Siren is hosting the Terran Preservation Society charity gala. Larry won't be able to resist showing off his VIP clout. To get what you need, you're gonna have to attend the gala. Talk to his fellow philanthropists and dig up some dirt.
Oh no. Is shooting everyone an option? Alternately shooting ourselves to avoid it?
The event's a complete sham. Bunch of rich snobs getting together and throwing a party for themselves. These people couldn't give a damn about Terran preservation or any other charity for that matter. Someone with enough disposable income to afford a permanent six-figure cabin aboard one of Trident's finest space liners. Consider it similar to owning a luxury mobile vacation home. Plaything for the wealthy, you get the gist. Yeah, well, lucky for you, it's not black tie, so you'll be fine. This card will allow you to access the Starview Ballroom. If you need my help, I'll be relaxing in one of the upper-level lounges. Head inside and mingle with the crowd. No one likes Dombrowski, so they'll be more than happy to share it. His dirty secrets. He's a VIP executive, which means he either worked really hard using blood, sweat, and tears to make the arduous climb to the top, or he backstabbed, lied, cheated, and betrayed his way up the corporate ladder. From what I've heard, it's the second option. Now you're speaking my language. Oh, there's one last thing. Trident equips all of their starliners with the latest acoustic threat detection. Meaning that you lose patience and kill anyone aboard the ship, security will be alerted and all hell will break loose. Anyway, I suppose that's enough to get you started. Good luck. They claim their goal is to celebrate the soul of the Earth, the culture, the people, and the ideals of the past. In their minds, Earth is now dead, which is why they feel that preservation of its remaining aspects is so important. In reality, this is what happens when folks with far too much time and far too much money get together to make themselves feel like, what the hell? When I asked you earlier, you said you weren't here for anything else. Not only did you lie to me, but now you're telling me that she sent you after the award alone? Yeah? And I suppose it's just a coincidence you happen to be asking me about the very thing Neva and I agreed to steal together. I can't believe she's trying to cut me out of this deal. Without me, the award never would have ended up here in the first place. I spent months manipulating the Terran Preservation Society into hosting their gala affair aboard the Siren of the Stars. I had to arrange the event to make sure that the award was aboard the ship. Neva said she'd do the rest. When I got a message about Dombrowski, I assumed she'd be tagging along to steal the award. But looks like she sent you in her place. She told you to hold that over my head, did she? Oh, that witch. Fine, I'll help. But you're doing all the legwork, and I'm still taking my cut of the payout. So tell me, what's the status of your plan? Okay, then let me point you to the person in charge of the award. Her name's Sheila Holbrook, and you can probably find her in the Starview Ballroom. I'd press her to reveal where the award's hidden, and we can go from there. And if you're thinking of pulling the trigger on poor Miss Holbrook, remember that any gunfire is gonna set off the ship's alarms. Oh, and while you're at the gala, avoid the canapes. They're frozen, not fresh.
Captain Rokov is one of the most easygoing CEOs I've ever worked under. In fact, he doesn't...
Every day that I wake up in my bunk, I count my blessings.
Between you and me, the best part of my job is getting a crack at all of the leftovers from the dining room.
Captain Rokov said you're allowed in any of the crew's specific areas. Trident must have spent a fortune equipping this ship with triple redundancy in almost every internal system.
This is one of Trident's top-of-the-line vessels. Hell of a ship, isn't it?
Remember to return to your cabin in a quiet and orderly fashion.
Is this important? I don't have a lot of time for idle
If you wish to have a
nonsense.
drink at any of our lounges, be
Yes!
sure to present
I'm extremely busy preparing for the award ceremony, so this better be important. Probably in a few days. I don't want the award transfer to actually occur until we're safely in orbit at our destination. Of course, if I keep getting interrupted, the ceremony might never take place at all. Yes, I am. Actually, I've been entrusted with the transfer of the award. Why do you ask? Yes, it's quite marvelous, isn't it? Absolutely. It's far too valuable to be left anywhere else except the Master's safe. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have much more...
Hello. Are you a member of the Society?
Please remember to obey all posted safety and mustering instructions.
A sharp contrast from the crew quarters, is it not? If this is not the very definition of decadence, I don't know what is.
On behalf of Trident Luxury...
If the rest of this ship is any indication, I imagine there is an incredible
Welcome
amount
to
of
the
wealth stored in
purser's
there
office.
right now.
I'm Chief Purser Murata. How can I be of assistance today? An excellent question. My responsibilities include all of the siren. Honestly, I really enjoy the work. I get to meet people at every port of call instead of being constantly stuck below decks. Oh, absolutely. The safe is magnetically sealed and shielded with multiple layers of fully In the unlikely event our vessel is boarded and the threat detection alarm is triggered, the safe will be permanently sealed until it reaches port. In the even more unlikely event this ship is destroyed, we can assure you that your loved ones will be able to recover your goods from the wreckage. So, as you can imagine, your property will be completely secure until you decide to retrieve them from our safe. I've only seen it briefly myself, but I can unfortunately, the item is locked inside of our safe, which can only... Is there anything else I can... Well, if you change your mind... I'm sorry, it's against Trident. I don't want to lose my job. I'd like to tell you, I really would. I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here. All right, but you didn't hear this from me. Do you understand? I don't want to lose my job. I like Captain Rokov, but I think he's me. I was bringing some paperwork to his quarters one day, and I found a slate with a message he received from... That would normally be fine, but the message mentions the Crimson Fleet. As in, if you want to grab it, the slate should... Don't forget to tell your friends how much you enjoy the cruise.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
I hope whatever you took is worth the risk.
Please remain in designated passenger areas at all times. Have a safe journey. There's a pickpocket! Please remain in designated passenger areas at all times. Have a safe journey.
I certainly hope they decide to hold all future society events aboard a Starliner.
There's a pickpocket!
Well for you.
Please remain in designated passenger areas at all times.
Must you continue these unwel... Excuse me? And why in goodness name? And why in goodness name? I hear you. Not happening. Sorry. Oh, I should say so. The nerve of you to even ask something so stupid.
And you got away with it? impressive.
Any luck at the party? Go do something useful, okay?
Have you tried the canapes? Horrid. Ugh. Positively horrid.
Quite a lovely starliner. Nothing but the best for the society, eh? You don't necessarily have to be wealthy to contribute, though the minimum donation level is 5,000 credits. That award is such a joke. It's for members of the society to pat their own backs for the considerable amounts of cash that Dombrowski donates is the only reason. Well, that was boring.
The society chair has really outdone herself. Is this about that feature SSNN ran a few years ago? I can assure you. Even if I was offered the award, I wouldn't take it. I heard he uses Galbank's VIP suite on the Siren of the Stars almost monthly. Nice to have met you.
Here for business? Pleasure.
That view
An open
is
bar
absolutely
Larry likes to drop overly complex words in a conversation. I missed out on the award to someone else last year, so this year I'm a silver member of the society, but only 100,000 more credit. Enjoy the rest of the event.
So, what brings... The society is such a worthy cause. What could be... Sheila Holbrook is chair of the award committee this year. His behavior towards women is abominable. That's all then? Okay. Pleased to make the society chair has really outdone. Donations to the society can be debited from my bank account on a monthly basis. I barely... Sheila Holbrook is chair of the award committee this year. Let's put it this way. He screwed over so many people. If he suddenly... Don't forget to donate to the cause. I certainly hope they decide to hold all future society events aboard a starliner.
The Society was founded about 8 years ago by Carl... Sheila Holbrook is chair of the award. He's been spending a lot of time with Claudia Swist. Quality time, if you catch me. Nice to have met you.
Here for business or pleasure?
So, what brings you aboard?
That view is absolutely spectacular, isn't it?
Hello. Not much. Other than the fact that they host these wonderfully... Sheila Holbrook is chair. He's been spending a lot of time with... Enjoy the rest of the event.
sorry. Do I know you? Okay, wait. Are you seriously... are you trying to pick me up? Look, I appreciate the compliment, but I'm already seen. His wife? Oh, for the love of God. I told Larry to keep his big mouth shut, but did he listen? No. He had to impress his friends and treat me like a trophy. Look, I've been in this business for a long time, and I know how this game works, so let's skip all the banter and get it over with. What's it gonna take to make us both happy? If I give you dirt on that son of a bitch Dombrowski, all I'm doing is endangering myself. That's true. You have come this far already. I should make him pay for doing this to me. That's true. For once, I would like to see him squirm. You know more about me than I suspected. Can't have that. All right, you've made your point. You know, this whole thing really pisses me off. Larry and I had the perfect scheme worth thousands of credits all worked out, and then he goes and flushes them.
I do not understand. Your anger is focused on Mr.
If you had to work near him day in and day out, I think... Yeah, I'm getting to that. Larry got together with myself and this other guy, Gabriel Vera. I doctored the transactions, Larry wiped them off the system, and Vera kept the legal pressure off of us. We were scamming Galbank for months. It was going well until I discovered Larry was cheating everyone by changing each transaction in his favor before deleting them. I wish I had some. Maybe you should try talking to Gabriel Vera. He should be around here somewhere. If he doesn't want to cooperate, just mention my name. Good luck. You're gonna need it. What do you think is going on? I'm using that gullible idiot to get what I want. Let's get one thing straight. Larry Dombrowski's...
Saints seem few and far between.
Dombrowski is a piece of human garbage. The plan's always been to milk the guy for everything he's worth. Not bad for a lowly Galbank worker. I wrote a computer algorithm that basically creates a randomized number of false. Then the algorithm simply passes the ghost credits to whatever legit. The best part is that I also alter the crypto keys as the real cash flows into our accounts. By the time it lands in our pockets, the credits are clean. So, on paper, it appears that all of the bank's transactions are covered, when it's really just our ghosted dummy. What, are you writing a damn novel? Vera works for UC Security, so he kept a lookout on their and Dombrowski made sure that all of the crypto manipulation I was working on... You need top clearance for that kind of access, so... I hope you hurt Dombrowski. Nail his ass right to the wall.
If you have any specific requests, please speak to one of the crew's attendants.
giving you trouble? Claudia Swift is a low-level employee at Gold. Her cabin was paid for by... Normally that wouldn't raise any eyebrows, but the fact that... As long as you remember that I'm getting paid my cut, I'll help you with anything you want. What's the status of your plan? Get back to it. Any word from Vera yet? As long as you... What's the status? Like the ship's purser probably told you. It's because the only way you're gonna get the award is by using Sheila's claim ID. Here, give her this. I'm certain it'll help. And if you're thinking of pulling the trigger on poor Miss Holbrook, you seriously need to ask. First, Gold Bank protects their own. Kill Dombrowski. And second, you offer Gal Bank employee. I'm gonna guess that won't help with whatever. Don't you have somewhere to be?
Have you tried the
Must you
canopies?
continue the...
Horrid. Positively horrid.
Not at all. I am completely confident.
If you have any specific requests, please speak to one of the crew's attendants.
open bar would have been nice. Trident's gouging us for every... credit we've got.
I've done this particular...
At the moment, for the safe, if you have any needs, please enter a request into the computer located at the entryway to your cabin. If you want, due to an unfortunate accident, we're halting our spacewalk experience for an indeterminate amount of time.
can succeed at that before we are discovered.
How quick...
Can you get that done?
The ship's purser can assist you with any matters regarding the security.
Must you continue? Excuse me? And why in goodness... I should say so. Must you continue? Not at all. I am complete. Excuse me? And why in... I should say so. The nerve of you to even ask something so stupid.
Quite a lovely starliner. Nothing but the best for the society.